Hello everyone, how are you? Hope all is well with you and your family. Always remember, be very aware of the people who are around you, as they will switch upon you anytime things are not in their favor. Nothing is as it seems. Don't let them catch you off guard. So, I was going through social media and see where Queen Ifrica is at it again. This lady sure has time on her hands for negativitism. And I realized that my grandmother's sayings are never wrong. Back then, I used to put it down to grandma is just miserable. But when she says the devil find work for idlers, it is so true. Because instead of Queen Ifrica out there promoting new music and putting out new music, she instead is being on social media, being very controversial and very contrary, which is not a good look for someone who's supposed to be iconic and has Queen on her name. However, in recent time, since Queen Ifrica and the Rasta part, that is Tony Rebel, she has been let loose on social media, being very controversial, and sometimes her behavior makes you second guess things she says. Makes you start to wonder if she does embellish some of the stories to add more flame to them. Or is it just a mental breakdown issue that she is struggling with? Because her behavior as supposedly a Rasta queen is not nice at all. And Rastafarians are held to a higher esteem in society. And her attitude gives no way to be an example for young ladies to follow. Because there's no way 1 minute you can be preaching righteousness to convince people you mean well, then the next minute you're a warboat, and the next minute you tear down people and disrespect people just to prove your own point and to advance your own self. The thing is, it's blatant to see that she's bashing people because she's not able to get her own way, or because they don't want to be friends with her or be associated with her. It's not a bad thing. It's just that you have to give people their own space. You can't force things on people. I wonder if Queen Ifrica ever stopped to think that people avoiding her is to really stay away from the Jezebel bangarang attitude that she displays on social media. It is a very disappointing attitude. As a woman who portrays herself to be seemingly interested in woman empowerment, to see your depiction of Spice all because you hailed her and she was not welcoming. I am very weary of you women who put yourself out there saying that you lot want to be the voice of women and are there for women empowerment. You lot are mostly just haters. Instead of being encouragement, you lot are in the business of tearing down people and discriminating against them in a stylish way. And that just further proves my point that women, you are your own worst enemies, and further making most Jamaican women looking like they are the worst kind of haters. Because the way how they are able to switch from one mode to the next is artistic and very scary, while wanting to give the impression that I'm there for women and women rights. As a Jamaican woman myself, I am so scared of you lot. You all are not the same, but too much of you are this way and strive of hate and negativity without any real reason. This is the thing. And the thing about it, you guys take it with you anywhere you are in the world, it is like something that is in the vein. It's like blood that runs through the body. It is absolutely heartbreaking. You will find any reason just to hate on someone, all because you and them may not be friends, where you can get to know what is going on in their lives. Where is the attitude of giving people a chance and get to know them? Then, if they disrespect you or do something, you're allowed to have your own personal feelings against them. You see me, you see my motto in life is that, you see, everybody I encounter and meet day to day in my life, I love and care about them all. You see, until you disrespect me or blatantly do something that affects me, that is when I will have a negative feeling towards you. And I groom myself that way, and I groom my children that way. Not because I see you and I don't know you and so on. I'm just going to hate you because maybe how you act or how you do things. Sometimes people act a certain way and do certain things a certain way because you don't know them as yet. And the funny thing is that, you see, when you get to know them, it's a totally different thing. You'll be surprised to know how nice that person is. So judging them from the beginning is not good. The thing you lot need to understand is that friendship is earned. It is something that is built over time. This thing about everyone you speak to is your friend is ludicrous. It's an associate. It's a co-worker, neighbor. It is someone you know. It's not your friend. Friend is a higher term. So nothing is wrong with being okay with a person. Respect them and respect them space and be cordial as human beings. Because a lot of you who find faults with people and discriminate against them and talk against them, because you don't know them and you and them are not friends, you pick out at everything that they do. But your own friends, or sometimes your own children in your yard, or your own family members around you, doing the same thing and worse, but you know, find a problem with it. But someone else doing it, because you and them no friend and no wrap up, you find everything to tear down and discriminate against them. When if you and them were close, you wouldn't did find a problem with it. It's wrong. Hating people just suffer no valid reason is wrong. And hating people because you think you are special and they might not take notice of that or know you is wrong. Because until someone do something personal to you, then you're allowed to whether you want to hate them or have your personal growth against them. It's just sad. We seem like just a hating society. You ever sometime going down the road or you go into a business place or so on, and you see the face, even women, mostly women, and you see the face they make at each other or you're talking to them. But you see me, I remember I went into Mother's the other day and I wanted to buy, it was lunchtime, I wanted to buy a soup. And I saw the cashier, no, sorry, it wasn't Mother's, it was in Juicy Beef. And she was dealing with someone before, and after they went on and she come on, she was a bit huggish. I said, what happened to you today? You're not generally like that. She just smiled and said, no man, you know, it's nothing man, I'm okay. And her whole demeanor changes. So imagine if I was same way and I would be reacting based on how her actions are. You see what will be happening there? Sometimes people is just like that. Them have them own thing going on in them head. They might have been through something and going through. It's not healthy to be just walking around just having this hater glow going on. With most Jamaicans, they hate you first until they get to know you. It is a sick culture. Now, Queen Ifrica is one of our top iconic reggae artists in Jamaica and is looked upon to be an example. She has songs that have attained a level of notoriety that stands out with the Jamaican people and people all over the diaspora. When I heard the way she spoke about Spice, I felt it to my heart because that is no good. She need to put a zipper on her mouth, especially when she feel it is getting out of control. Because she was dragging Spice during her life where she was speaking about Jamaican entertainers failing to unite against immorality and homosexuality in the country. You hear what she's talking about? Immorality was one of them, you know. So imagine, in one speech she is saying immorality, but in the next phase she is tearing down Spice. Isn't that an immoral behavior? Queen Ifrica attacked Spice, saying that Spice is not the queen of dancehall and described her as nasty. Oh my gosh, how dare you do something like that on social media? It's not like you're talking to your friends and around one corner. You say that out on social media for the world to hear that. How dare you? Queen Ifrica said, and I quote, "Nasty Spice them, we only want pretend say them a good mother with fi them pickney them, while few pickney them practice for BLOODCLATH go shake body in a taboo," she expressed. And went on to say she saw Spice not long ago and called out to her, but Spice reacted to her by looking at her with a bitter expression, and further went on to say she couldn't even come out of her darkness to come heal me, and me still a try reach out to her as a black woman, as a black sister, where she say that she do and use forget which part she there. Ifrica said. So Queen Ifrica, you reach out to her as a black sister and a black woman and a dark her up, so you're confused. Is that reaching out to her as a sister or trying to tear her down because she never heal you? Are you sure she'd even notice you? This is utterly disrespectful of you. However, she still continued to drag Spice. You know no real queen for dancehall, Spice. Spice, move on way with your Eden mind. Then she continued by saying that Spice and others are promoting homosexuality and immorality in the society. She said she and Spice never had any issues, yet Spice regards her with disdain the night she saw her. I wonder sometime if when these people come on social media and they bash and tear down people, if they forgot that when they came on social media what they did the last time. Because for so much rants since Queen Ifrica and Tony Rebel left, she has come on, I don't know who she knock. She's been dragging and tearing Spice. You think that Spice is going to see you like and talk to you like it's business as usual? Man won't even want to see you and even in the same room with you. You have dragged her before and you always call her name and mix her up in certain things. So I must look at say you're the goddess. You can say and do anything to people and people is just going to just love it up and move on and don't feel any way about it. You've been messing with Spice a lot. Go back, if people was to Google and go back through YouTube, a lot of your rants, you have disrespected Spice before. And at the same time calling her in terms of you want to reach out to her. You want to reach out to her or you want to cuss her out? What is it that you want? Because obviously, even now, if you the thing say you and her never have nothing before, what you think happened now? Me say, lady, me like Spice, me wouldn't even come respond to you for give you any notice. And me ain't seeing you in the same room and stay in there with you either. You are rude. You are very rude. How dare you feel like you can come blame Spice for all the ills of society, which you have yourself contributed to. We all have a part to play in what goes on in the Jamaican society. Remember, there are external influences, people who travel, social media. How dare you want to just focus on Spice? Wanna drag and stress out that woman too much. A time when the leg are shut, man. Let it go, man. It's annoying. I don't generally really like to go so much into these kind of topics, you know. But it was just utterly distasteful to the woman not trouble you. You understand? Why you couldn't inbox her and tell her, say, boy, me feel away, or me a alien and whatever, and work on it from there, so. Or know somebody who know all in the industry. Link somebody who know or whatever and so on, and say, you can have a word with her. Instead, you come on social media and dragging her and calling her nasty and all those things. And you expect, say, oh, I'm still reaching out to you. After you beat and flag her and drag her and discredit her. Eh? No, man, you're rude, man. Then Queen Ifrica went on to mention that she was one of Spice's day one supporter, claiming she had offered words of encouragement when she saw her in the earlier times of her musical career. Queen Ifrica says, me a burn you right out now because me nah back round no corner or go round no bush no more. And you a lead the whole of the girl them where I come back at you, and me need you to come answer to the video them where we did watch in a COVID with the whole of the little girl them where say when time they want catch a vibe, Spice put them for play with them one another. Allegedly. I never heard or seen those videos before, so now you spread propaganda. I dig up things, you know, long COVID gone, so you're bringing up things now for try to help tear down. But this is it. While you're ranting, you make it seems like how much you care for the society. But what you're really doing is tearing down job you're doing. Because if you're going to bring up something like this, but little girl them will play with themselves when Spice want to catch a vibe, so right. Like, what is that for? All of this because Spice never come hug you and welcome you when you heal her? Who would?
And we will go one side while nasty Spice them. We only want pretense to them a good mother with feed them pitney them. While few we pitney them practice the blood clot or shake batty in a bomber clot taboo. I want to you know how much years me I tell all the one Spice in the background what they me see her up a shaggy thing. And I try heal her the face where she give me in her darkness. She couldn't even come out of her darkness to come heal me. I'm still I try reach out to her as a black woman, as a black sister where she say that she use forget which parts again. You're no real king, you're no real queen for no dancehall Spice. Move and go with your Eden, man.
With all the attitude and arrogance you show on social media. So let me ask you something, Queen Ifrica. You think you're setting an example with your rants on social media? May I beg you, take the queen off of your name. As a Rasta woman, you're too involved in propaganda, mix-up and bangarang motivated. You sound real bad mind. Your talking is the code for bad mind. You sound especially hurt because dancehall artist Spice and other artists are doing well and they have no time for you. How much of them you see on social media tearing down and buckling it out with people instead of going to write music and put out new songs? And why aren't you putting your rants into songs? Just maybe people who wish to would go listen. Go build some new music. You're a good artist. No one don't owe you an obligation to speak to you or even acknowledge you for that matter. Spice don't want to be your friend. She already inadvertently drawn into too much mix-up already. She's not going to try to put herself in the situation with anyone that is a mix-up person, and you can't wrong her. You there claiming to be a queen, say you're looking out for other women. Your only solution is to come tear down Spice. How dare you? You're damn out of order. It's a good thing Spice never eat at your yard one day, or you would be here on social media telling everybody about it. So really and truly now, if Spice come back and done you like a bag of water crackers, who is to blame her? You would have deserved it. But I hope she never give you that highlight. Cause you don't know say Spice a bad girl and you know say fear amount not pretty. And when she start ripping to you, people are gonna turn around and start sorry for you and say, you know say she a mad woman already, she shouldn't respond. How much time Spice not trouble people? I wanna still I go after her and not trouble her. And the woman success I get to know so. Load the woman man, leg off of the woman shut man. She a deal with enough already. You is a nuisance on social media, Queen Ifrica. You too mix up. You are tear down, you are dig up, you are polish, you are give information. All in one. You sound confusing and keep contradicting yourself. And that is doing no good for the society. Right now, we have gotten to a stage where really and truly, we don't know or even understand what really you stand for anymore. Because really and truly, all we can see is from the Rasta Tony Rebel and you part is like you're gone mad. Even when you have some valuable points, you could instead have focused on. But instead, the negativism and the dirty ways and the mix up and bad mind and tear down is what is standing out mostly these days. Then the wickedest thing, in the same breath, you're pretending you really care about woman empowerment, even while disrespecting, describing and degrading women. Leave people alone that don't trouble you. You are indeed a totally confused woman. If you are really a part of the Rastafarian community, they need to seek audience with you and take you off social media and guide you on how to make your rant worth listening to and how to make your discussions a more beneficial discussion, something we can all learn from. If you're not able to do so, move the queen from in front of your name. And check this, guys. While the live is going on, she further attacking Spice about her blue wig and how it represent Obia and all kind of stuff. Yet, her daughter walk out on the same live with red hair. So Queen Ifrica, you can lay down rules and regulation in your own house. And that are your space, But you want to go in everybody else's yard. You want to come tear down Spice and others about them falls here and them wig what them wearing. And about what happening in their houses. You're too bad mind. It's not Spice why you can't write no more song. Your priorities too mix up. You can't focus. Show some respect for yourself and show some respect for people so people will respect you. That's why many artists don't want to be amongst you. Tony Rebel would have been your motivation to do more songs, but you're too much to tangle with. The man could manage you. I tell people, something, I hear some things happening to people, Things are never what they seems, Because if you could be a fly on the wall to understand the situation, it is totally different from what they put out there for you to know. Because no man no want a woman that will fly up in them face. And there is a debate to every conversation. The man take away himself. Now you let loose on social media and taking out all your frustration and problems on anyone that is trending so you can get a highlight there. Which you don't even need to do that. Because there's already a certain kind of aura that surrounds you, where people are expecting you to come with positivity and motivating topics as a Rasta woman that could be helping to teach the society instead of coming with one up a banger and a mix up and tear down and disrespect of people and them rights. Shame on you and saying that you are a queen. Anyway guys, please remember to like, comment and subscribe to my platform please. Love you all. Bye for now.